Hello, and welcome to Just Say It, the podcast that turns beginners into confident English speakers. Each episode brings you real-life conversations, repeat after me practice, and fun cultural tips. Ready to speak up? Let's dive in.
Do you ever feel it? That quiet, kind of empty feeling. Like nothing really lands anymore, even though we seem to have, well, more than ever before.
Yeah.
Just take a second. Think back to when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Remember that feeling? Like the pure magic of a one-rupee candy.
Yeah.
That could make your whole day.
Oh, definitely.
Or seeing your name on a birthday balloon. Felt like you'd won the lottery, right?
Totally. Or that little paper plate.
Yes.
Yeah.
With the wafers and the slice of cake, maybe 2 chocolates. That was like the event of the year.
Mm-hmm. The absolute pick.
And now we can order pretty much anything. Scroll through endless stuff, binge watch whatever we want instantly.
Right.
But yeah, it often leaves you feeling kind of empty.
You've really hit on something there. A feeling so many of us recognize. And it's way more than just looking back fondly, you know?
Yeah.
More than nostalgia.
Right.
There are some deep psychological, even neurological things going on behind that feeling.
Right.
So our mission today in this deep dive is to really explore why. Why those small, simple things don't seem to make us happy anymore.
Uh-huh.
Why we feel less even when we have more. And crucially, how we can start to bring that lost joy back. How to find that magic again, even in this huge, noisy world we live in now.
That really sets the stage. It feels like something fundamental we've lost touch with.
It does.
So our source material digs into those childhood memories, doesn't it? That simple magic. What are some of those key things that felt so huge back then?
Yeah, the material paints such a clear picture. It talks about like the absolute thrill of a new pencil box. Remember that?
Oh, yeah. The smell of the compartments.
Exactly. Or just the sound of the final school bell. Pure freedom, right?
Uh-huh.
Instant relief. These little things, they weren't just nice moments. They felt significant. They lit things up.
Right.
And birthdays, like you said, it wasn't about needing big, expensive gifts.
Wow.
It was all about looking forward to that plate. The wafers, cake, a couple of chocolates. You felt like the star.
You really did.
And TV shows. Waiting a whole week just for one episode of your favorite cartoon or show.
The agony and the ecstasy, no spoilers, no skipping.
Exactly. That focus. It felt, well, almost sacred, didn't it? A real event because it was rare.
It really did.
Yeah.
So why did those moments feel so incredibly potent? It feels almost alien now.
Well, a huge part of it comes down to anticipation.
Anticipation, okay.
That yearning for something, it wasn't just something you had to endure before the good part. It actually made the joy deeper, richer.
How so?
Anticipation isn't just waiting around. It's that buzz, that excitement building up. You're playing the highlight reel in your head, counting down. You're invested.
Ah, right. You're savoring it before it even happens.
Precisely. And we valued things more because they weren't just always there. That scarcity, that feeling of having earned the experience, it gave them a kind of magic.
Okay.
And if you look at the big picture, think about it. We've upgraded everything, our tech, convenience, access to stuff.
Yeah, life is easier in many ways.
Right. But in doing that, we've kind of accidentally downgraded our ability to feel, especially those simple, deep joys.
That's a really powerful way to put it. Downgraded how much we feel.
Yeah.
Wow. So it makes you wonder. Maybe we didn't lose happiness itself, but maybe we just outgrew the simplicity or lost touch with it. So if we're feeling this numbness, this lack of joy now, what's the science telling us? Why do we feel less, even with more?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And yeah, the science offers some pretty clear clues. A big one the sources point to is overstimulation.
Overstimulation, like too much everything.
Exactly. Our senses are just bombarded all the time. Too much noise, too much light, way too much information, even too much emotional input flooding in constantly.
Okay.
Our brains, they evolved for smaller doses of excitement, manageable bits, but now it's like we're trying to drink pleasure and distraction from a fire hose.
Wow. Okay. That's a vivid image.
And the result, we get emotionally exhausted. Think about scrolling through, say, 100 funny videos online.
Right.
You might watch them all, but you don't actually laugh. Not really. It's not always that the videos aren't funny.
It's too much.
It's just too much input, too fast. Your brain literally can't process that much emotion effectively. And this connects to another idea, emotional inflation.
Emotional inflation. What's that?
Imagine your brain has like a limited bandwidth for feeling things deeply.
Okay.
When you constantly hit it with intense stuff, funny videos, dramatic news, endless social media updates, each individual hit, each feeling, it gets kind of diluted.
Like quantity over quality for emotions.
Sort of, yeah. Like
Oh, yeah.
trying to appreciate a single drop of water while being sprayed by that fire hose. You're just overwhelmed. The more you experience all at once, the less value, the less impact each moment seems to hold.
So your emotional signal to noise ratio gets messed up.
Exactly. When everything tries to be a peak experience, our baseline for what feels good or joyful slowly creeps up, and we get desensitized to the simple things that used to be enough.
Okay, so overstimulation leads to this emotional inflation, this dilution of feeling. But that's not the only thing our brain does, right? Because even when something genuinely good does happen, the joy seems to fade faster or reset.
You got it. That brings us to hedonic adaptation. It's also sometimes called the hedonic treadmill.
Hedonic adaptation. Sounds technical.
It is, but the concept is pretty simple. It's our brain's amazing and sometimes kind of frustrating ability to get used to stuff, good or bad. We return to a relatively stable level of happiness even after big life changes.
Like a happiness thermostat.
That's a great analogy. Yeah, like a thermostat. You hit a certain level of joy and your brain kind of goes, okay, this is the new normal, and recalibrates. It then takes more stimulus to get that same feeling of warmth, that same joy.
Okay, so that phone paycheck felt incredible.
Right. Amazing.
Okay.
But now, even if you earn more, it feels normal, expected. Not because the money is less valuable, but because your internal happy meter just reset itself.
Or like your favorite food example from earlier.
Exactly. First bite, heaven, pure bliss. 10th bite. It's just food.
Right.
The food didn't change. You adapted. Your brain adapted.
Wow.
And it's really important to get this emotional dullness, this adaptation. It's not you being lazy or ungrateful or flawed.
Okay.
It's actually your brain trying to protect you. It's a defense mechanism. When everything around you is dialed up to more pressure, more choices, more input, your brain, to stop you from being totally overwhelmed, starts to feel less. It creates that emotional distance as a coping strategy.
That's fascinating. Our brains are trying to help, but the side effect is this numbness, this distance.
That's nice.
And man, we often don't help ourselves, do we? We tend to fill any potential quiet space. We prevent our brains from getting that breather they need to actually feel again.
Yeah, we really do.
We fill it with, well, everything but silence. It's almost like the ways we try to cope end up making it worse.
Yeah, you've nailed it. We get into these habits, constantly filling the gaps. Noise, endless scrolling late at night, binge watching instead of sleeping, even just replying to messages we don't really care about.
Just to avoid being alone with our thoughts.
Often, yeah. Or just out of habit. This is a classic example of overconsumption. Taking in too much of anything, content, food, shopping, noise, information.
And it pushes you further away.
It can, yeah. Further away from yourself, from what you're actually feeling or needing. And these things become distractions, not just background noise, but things that actively pull our attention away from the present, often exactly when we need a moment of quiet or genuine connection.
Like eating junk food when you're actually hungry for something nutritious.
Perfect analogy. You're filling a void, but not with what you actually need.
And the result?
Often it's that emotional flatness we talked about. You're not really sad, not angry, just kind of blank. You might go through the motions, smile at a joke, say I'm fine, but you haven't genuinely felt much joy or anything deep in days.
That sounds exhausting.
It is, but the key thing here is we're not broken. We're just overstimulated and underconnected. Your brain knows the difference, between a real present moment and a digital distraction. It knows fake sugar from the real thing. It's signaling, hey, I need something real here.
It really feels so backward, doesn't it? All the messages are about chasing happiness, hustling for it, getting more.
Right.
But what you're describing sounds almost like stepping back, creating space.
Yeah.
Is the answer really just to pause?
That's a really insightful way to frame it.
Yeah.
And the sources strongly suggest that the path back isn't about more chasing, but more about pausing intentionally.
Okay.
What's interesting is the solutions proposed are often very small, very concrete, almost deceptively simple actions.
Like what?
Like sit with your morning coffee for just 5 minutes without checking your phone. Just sit.
Okay.
5 minutes.
Seems doable.
Or go for a walk, maybe just around the block, without headphones, just listen.
Let the world end a bit.
Exactly. Or try doing one thing, and only that one thing. Give it your full attention, even if it's just washing the dishes. It's about cultivating intentionality.
Achievable tasking, basically.
Basically, yeah. When you deliberately slow down like that, you create the space to actually notice things again.
Notice what?
The small stuff. How the sun feels on your skin, what someone's laugh actually sounds like. Even just your own breath, moving in and out, you reconnect with your senses, with the present moment.
Right.
And this connects to something else the sources mention about internal peace. Not everything has to be shared instantly. Not every thought needs an audience.
Keep some things for yourself.
Exactly. Sometimes silence isn't empty, it's peaceful. Protecting your peace, realizing that some things, feelings, dreams, quiet moments actually become stronger, more meaningful when you hold them close, keep them just for yourself. It's not about being secretive, it's about having an inner sanctuary.
That idea of noticing feels really key. It sounds like the magic isn't out there somewhere else. It doesn't return because life suddenly becomes perfect. It returns because you finally showed up for it. You were actually present for your own life.
That's beautifully put, yes. You showed up, and this doesn't mean you need some dramatic life overhaul. You don't have to quit your job and move to the mountains unless you want to.
Right. Good to know.
It's really about learning to reclaim these small, everyday moments and letting them be enough. Finding the joy that's already here, just waiting to be noticed.
Okay, so how do we build that muscle, that noticing muscle? How do we make it stick?
That's where we get into the building blocks. When you stop trying to feel everything all at once, you actually make space to feel anything properly again. And the sources offer some really practical steps.
Okay, let's hear them.
First off, gratitude. And I know it sounds a bit cliche sometimes, but it's powerful.
How so?
Actively focusing on what is going well, even tiny things. Practicing gratitude daily literally shifts your brain's focus. Instead of automatically scanning for problems or what's missing,
You start seeing what's already there.
exactly. It lifts your baseline mood and it actually builds confidence. Like maybe before bed, just take 2 minutes. Think of 3 specific things from today you're grateful for. Not huge things. My coffee was perfect this morning. My commute was easy. That brief chat with a colleague. Specifics matter.
Okay, gratitude. What else?
Celebrating your wins. And again, especially the small ones.
Like what kind of wins?
Did you actually clear out your inbox today? Did you drink enough water like you planned? Did you manage not to snap when you felt stressed? Acknowledge it. Give yourself a little mental high five.
Oh, okay.
It connects to tracking progress, not demanding perfection. So many people give up on goals because they miss one day and think, oh, well, failed.
Right. All or nothing.
Yeah, but that's not how growth works. Small, consistent habits, they compound, they lead to big results over time. Like maybe you want to feel more confident speaking up. Try taking tiny risks daily.
Tiny?
Ask one question in a meeting. Say hello to someone new. If you're learning a language, practice one sentence out loud. These little actions, done consistently, build real confidence, brick by brick.
So it's about action, even small action.
Yes, and replacing habits that drain you with ones that nourish you. Habits that feed your body or your mind or your heart. Maybe it's swapping 10 minutes of scrolling for a 10-minute walk, or reading a few pages of a book instead of watching another trailer, calling someone you care about.
Nourishing habits, I like that term.
And then there's a really powerful underlying idea, identity shift.
Okay.
Instead of just focusing on changing a behavior, think about embodying the person you want to be.
How does that work?
So instead of saying, I need to stop procrastinating, you start thinking, I'm becoming the kind of person who shows up consistently. Or I'm the kind of person who practices gratitude. Or I'm the kind of person who practices gratitude. Or I'm someone who takes care of my energy.
So you shift your self-perception first.
Exactly. You start acting as if. And when your identity starts to shift, your actions tend to follow more naturally. It's less about forcing willpower and more about living into who you're becoming. Your actions repeat, your life changes because you became the person for whom that way of being is normal. That's how we reclaim that inner space, that inner landscape.
Wow. That feels like where the real change happens. That's the way back, isn't it? Not chasing more, but actually noticing, appreciating what's already right here, letting the small things land again.
That's exactly it. Finding the magic in the mundane.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive, it really comes back to that idea. Confidence, and maybe even happiness, grows when we just notice what's already good. And remember, you don't have to make yourself smaller just to feel heard or fit in. You're not being rude if you hold something back sometimes. You're not cold for protecting your peace.
Absolutely not.
You can still be kind, still be real, still be you, even in those quiet, intentional moments. That inner sanctuary, that's where you reconnect. That's where you find that simple magic again.
Beautifully said. Your peace really, really matters. So maybe here's the final thought for everyone listening to just kind of mull over today.
Okay.
What's one thing, just one that you'll keep for yourself today? Could be a feeling, a little dream, a quiet thought. Something that's just yours, protected from all the outside noise. Maybe take one small, confident step today towards reclaiming some of that quiet space for yourself. Just remember, your peace is incredibly valuable. Protect it.
Great job today on Just Say It, where every phrase brings you closer to fluency. If you found this lesson helpful, click the bell to never miss an episode and leave a comment sharing your favorite tip. Until next time, keep practicing and just say it.